All right, it is Friday night. It is time for AEW Rampage. My name is Zach, West Coast Podcast, Rampage Watch Along. We're going to watch Rampage together. We're going to talk about SmackDown and the weekend wrestling and anything you want to talk about. We got your comments all show long. Also, Twisters came out this weekend. We are going to talk about the 90s. I got some trivia coming up later in the show. We're going to talk about some news and rumors. We're going to do some 90s trivia. We're going to watch a Rampage together, and we're going to have a damn good time. So get your comments ready. We'll talk about anything you want. Open forum. Let's have some fun with Friday Night Rampage. All right, AEW Rampage is starting right now. TNT, their app has a commercial for Rampage instead of Rampage. So let me know what's happening out there if you're watching. We got a lot of matches to go here. Let's check out the lineup of the matches here while we can. Here we go. These are the matches for tonight's Rampage. All right, does that have you excited for Rampage? Are you ready for these matchups? I hope so. I know this was pre-taped. I know SmackDown is pre-taping next week's. And yeah, it is what it is, but it's an hour of fun wrestling. So we'll get into it whenever this starts here. If you see Rampage on your screen, let me know what match is starting off. TNT. I wish AEW is going away from Warner Brothers and Discovery, but I know they're not. So it's a shame. It's a big effing shame that they're not going away from Warner Brothers and Discovery. It is what it is. But let me know what you got going on. All right. Any big matches that you want to talk about? We have a lot of matches going on tonight. So I just like to get your comments on anything and everything that's going on in the world of wrestling. We got Blood and Guts coming up. Hassan, how are you doing? Who's on the match now? I don't know. The TNT app is just playing ads for Rampage, so I have no idea. If you know, let me know. I would love to know. This TNT and the TBS app are two of the worst apps I've ever used in my life. They barely ever work. I got a strong internet connection to it. Just check the speed check. Oh, unreal. Carnage Rage, it's been a while. Hope you're doing all right. If you watch the Noah match, you might know Nakajima is. I need to watch more Noah. Where can Noah be found, Carnage? Let us know. Where can Rampage be found? This is unbelievable. But we're going to talk about a lot. We got anything going on tonight? Anything you going to see Twisters this weekend? What do you seen the Bear? Another commercial for Rampage while Rampage plays. I absolutely hate Warner Brothers Discovery. And we're just going to dive right into the news and rumors because it has to do with Warner Brothers and AEW and the things that are coming out of the deal. There it is. CH, Paul, how are you? Let us know your thoughts on what's going on your weekend. And let's just start the damn show. All right. Finally, we got some matches going on here on screen. We're back. We're back for a little bit. And we're going to be back more this summer. All right. We're going picture in picture. Let me try this one more time. These are the matches tonight. Let me know what match you're All right. There we go. Those are the matches that are up. The Conglomeration against Undisputed Kingdom are up right now. I will not. I don't do that stuff. So if you want to get into it and have a discussion in the chat, feel free, brother. Lucha Brothers match, okay. It is TK's specialty. It is TK's specialty, but he can turn things around at All In. I think we're going for 3 so far. We obviously have the women's world title match set up. We're gonna have Mercedes and Britt set up, and obviously, I don't say obviously, but we'll see what happens. Willow and Chris Statlander set up for All In, so we'll see. We have a poll up on our YouTube page if you want to vote on there and leave a comment what you're more excited for. It's like over like 500 votes with like 97% voting that they'd rather see SummerSlam than All In. So let us know what you're more excited for. Kyle O'Reilly needs a big push or go on to New Japan. Oh, we were just talking about this like a week ago. 100% agree. I love Kyle O'Reilly. He's got this really cool relatability to him, character-wise, but it's more his personality. But in the ring, man, bell to bell, I think he's my favorite of the Undisputed Era. I hate the Undisputed Kingdom. It is one of the worst factions in wrestling right now because they're absolutely pointless. Absolutely pointless. Did you watch SmackDown? Anyone else that watched SmackDown? Let's get into some SmackDown news while this match is going on. Let us know your thoughts on this match. And let's get into some SmackDown news right now. What did you think of SmackDown? Kind of a big show, huh? Noob, how you doing? Been all right, Noob. Glad to have you back here. Everyone, I saw Hulk Hogan, brother. I saw Hogan. I saw Linda. I saw Kane. I didn't see Cena there, but I'm sure he was. Sucks people like to choose Cole over O'Reilly. I will take O'Reilly. I'll take O'Reilly over Cole. I need Cole to be. I don't know, man. I just need Cole back, but I love O'Reilly. He's my favorite. SummerSlam. Okay, by small margin. I'm excited for both. SmackDown. If you missed it, I'm gonna watch it later. It comes on in about an hour here in Los Angeles. That's where I live. Hello. But I did see a lot of the Andrade Carmelo match. That is awesome. That is a cool match. Bell to bell, cool shit. If you can check that out. More jaw japping between LA Knight, yeah, and Logan Paul. But you got to build up the feud. And then I like the Nia Jax Bailey stuff in here, and I like her messing with Tiffy Time's briefcase too. I'm sure Tiffy now will bring in the pink one, which we all thought she was going to have in the first place, probably with Barbie lettering. Keep it in brand. They are taping next week's SmackDown right after this. That's why you're going to see more of LA Knight facing Legato and some other stuff down there. And then in the corner here, you see this is the tag match for the number 1 contenders right there. Who do you think is going to win there? I don't want all the bloodline to capture gold again. I hope it's someone else. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews are surprisingly great together. I like them together. It's the most random pairing, but it works. So maybe this will be the next random pairing in WWE that actually works. But Pretty Deadly, don't keep them cold. And then the OC, they're just there for paychecks and they're doing stuff on NXT. So let me know who you think in the tag team. Who you have there on SmackDown as we watch Rampage right here. Ishii. A lot of people getting leftover spots here. Not leftover, but from the Forbidden Door. I prefer Riley Cole. I wonder if SmackDown will get leaked. I'm sure it will. I mean, everything is getting leaked. Corbin and Apollo. I like it. Are you excited for Blood and Guts? So let me get back to Rampage here. And if you got thoughts on SmackDown, let me know. I don't mind spoilers anymore. So go ahead. But let's get back into Rampage right here as the conglomerate. I'm not looking forward to this match, but I forgot what I was talking about. Ishii just hit a huge hit. Rey Mysterio has a Ryu Street Fighter gear for next week. See, that's getting leaked already. That's fine. I like it. I was gonna do actually a Street Fighter thing for trivia tonight because it's 1996. That's the theme of trivia tonight, in line with Twisters and Twister coming out. So a lot of if you want to gear up for trivia, it's going to be 9 questions for the 90s. 96 though is the year. A lot of it's going to be more so box office related in the summer. I don't want the Bloodline to win yet. I don't want them to overpower everything. So let me know what you think about it, though. I don't want Bloodline 2.0 to repeat the Bloodline storyline. I like how they're being presented, though. And again, the Bloodline are on the poster for SummerSlam. Cody is not. Bayley is not. Liv and Rhea are not. It's the Bloodline 2.0. Roman has to be coming back. Then you can set up your Survivor Series and your WrestleMania. Oh, yes, Blood and Guts. So Knock is going to be away from the channel for a bit. He has something very, very cool going on that we cannot talk about. But Eric and I are going to do the show next week. What would you rather have? A show on Tuesday, which of course you don't need to do live. You can watch and leave comments because we'd love to comment back. Or would you like us to do Blood and Guts watch along? Leave a comment and let us know if we're not watching live. Comment, baby. What's your thoughts on... fucking love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. You can't see this. You can't see this. Surprise in your eyes, Cena. 2025 is your last year. And then after that, it's bye-bye, Cena. Bye-bye. Enjoy your new season of Peacemaker with your new outfit, because after that, it's bye-bye from DC. Bye-bye. Bye-bye from Hollywood. Bye-bye from wrestling. Bye-bye, Cena. Those are my thoughts on that. I think SummerSlam has high ratings if Roman's on that show. I'm guessing he's going to be on there. Ooh, Blood and Guts watch along. That's one. I like it. I'm excited for Blood and Guts. I don't like it being called Team AEW. I'm being overly picky. It's not that many AEW originals. But it's the AEW champion. There's one. And Briscoe's always fun to watch, so it is what it is. It is what it is, and I'm not a big fan of the Elite, so I don't know. Jack Perry hasn't elevated himself to that next level I really want him to get to, so maybe this match will get him there. But, yeah, we'll see. Hangman is fierce. He is something special, man. I thought it was going to be him and Swerve at All In, but that's not what we're going to get. All right, Rated R. We are a quarter way through the show. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Everyone seems to be bringing up Hogan. Tiki might have good pay-per-views, just bad dynamites. But I heard Ospreay versus MJF was good. Nothing else, though. Okay, my thoughts on that really quick. That's a good point, by the way. I liked it. I don't think it was like match of the year, or it wasn't up there. There's a lot of like filler. It was way too long of a match with really awesome stuff like in between. Just my thought on there, but I guess you kind of had to have that match to have the ending, which I really liked. But yeah, it really shortened up the rest of the show for everyone else. And the commentary team during that hour-long match, they're dying a little bit. What you drinking? What you drinking? What Kool-Aid you drinking? JD, get the fuck out of here, JD. Whatever, man. I wish I could use OBS so I didn't show people I lived in my mom's basement. What you drinking? Anyways, let's get into some news and rumors. Let's have some fun with that, huh? Let's do it. All right. Kyle O'Reilly should have a New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. That'd be good. I like that. See, I'm not a big fan of everyone taking all these New Japan belts all of a sudden. And like the CML belts and stuff. But that one I'd like. I'd really like that. Here, bullet points. Oh, Jesus. What a... Must be nice to have all that time. It must be nice. Some of us are busy. Still on the opening contest, we have 5 matches. I unfortunately think the unmentioned Chris Statlander opponent is going to get squashed tonight. But let's get into some news and rumors. And if you have anything you want to talk about, anything at all, let me know in the comments, especially if it's news related to anything. I really don't have much this week, so News and rumors. What do I have? Collision against SummerSlam. This is the tape day, August 1st, and it's going to air on the 3rd. Is going to air very early, like 3 hours early or 4 hours. I can't remember. So it does not go head to head with SummerSlam. I think this was an edict that came down from Warner Brothers after they saw the ratings against the last WWE pay-per-view they went against. But if you're into Collision, it's going to be on earlier on the 3rd of August. And speaking of Max, let me get my pretty little face out of there. If you live in a country that is not the US, I just checked my Max before I came on right now because I'm still going through the whole series of Family Matters. We're almost done. We're getting there. We're on the last season. It's a lot of work to get through. But anyways, if you live anywhere else other than the US, apparently, AEW is being added to Max. There are new episodes of AEW Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite being added. Pay-per-views are being added, and reportedly they have a test pay-per-view already picked out that they are going to try to stream live, whether it's going to be in the US on Max or internationally on Max. But it looks like it's happening, and if this is the case, they must have striked a deal, because the window closing was this week or next week from the dirt sheets, obviously, so who knows. But yeah, AEW streaming on Max. Will you watch AEW pay-per-views now if they're going to be free on Max or not? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of excited for this because then I can watch it at my leisure. I will not be able to watch SummerSlam because I got some gigs going on here in LA. So I'm going to watch it later at night when I get home. This would be nice with AEW too. So let me know. 3-minute match. Yep, it is. I'll bet it is. I'm super PO in Japan right now. Oh, Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander, I don't know what it is with him. There seems to be a wall every time he gets momentum. And then, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this like a couple of months ago, actually. But Josh Alexander should be doing a lot more. If they start breaking it up more, which I think they're doing with Thunder Rosa and Perazo and some other people like headlining Collision, I think they can make it better. And they do an unofficial brand split. SummerSlam does have a good card. Let me know in the comments. I don't know if it got added yet since it's a Raw match with Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. I think is going to be the next match added, possibly the last one. There we go. Motor City Machine Guns coming to WWE. What are your thoughts on that? I honestly thought that they would have worked better in AEW, and I would have liked to have seen them in AEW just because their tag division needs help. They took too much time to focus on the trios. The tag division, which was the best, went by the wayside to build the trios division. Now, what do we have going on with the trios championships? They got stripped from the Bang Bang Scissor Gang or the Bullet Club Gold, but now they're fighting for them again tomorrow night on Collision. Makes absolutely no sense. Get these trios belts out of here and build your tag team division back up. Ooh, Josh Alexander at NXT next week. I like that. I like that. Let me know how you're doing too out there. Let me know how your summer's going, man. My summer's going pretty damn smooth. I'm good right now. Got hiccups in life constantly, right? Just kind of push those to the side and enjoy the things we got in front of us. That's what I try to do. Reach for the sky. Here comes Briscoe. All right, let's continue with these news and rumors right here. My Spy, the sequel comes out. It is on Prime right now. Dave Bautista, looking slim, badass. His sequel's out. I enjoyed the first one, but you can catch that right now. The Boys, if you watch that, let me know. We'll get into that here at some point. Someone's been posting this online. Way back when, back in Survivor Series, Nikki Cross already checking out and surveying the Alpha Academy and possibly even the Creed brothers. Could they have been planting the seeds this far in advance for the Uncle Howdy stuff? Or was this just something random, another storyline that they can actually tie into the Uncle Howdy stuff now? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. If this is really that long-term of storytelling, that's pretty wicked. But back last November at Survivor Series, just a couple months after Bray's passing, but crazy if that is true. Soraya on TV right now with Harley Cameron. All right, we are talking Twisters. It is out this weekend. Jelly Roll is the official artist of SummerSlam. I think he's going to perform. I'm pretty sure he moved enough stuff around where he's going to perform there. But we'll be talking more about Twisters. And if you want to talk about the original soundtrack, I do like it. Van Halen on there, the soundtrack that broke up Van Hagar. But if you really want one of my favorite songs, just to like chill to, Eddie Van Halen has like a guitar solo on there. That the original soundtrack. If you want to check it out, personal favorite. But yeah. So we're doing another angle where she feels like she is an outcast. Uh, okay. They're trying to keep Surya relevant for All In, my opinion. Oh crap. All right. It's time. It's Jericho time. Who is she going to step on? Bo Dallas versus Gable, possibly at SummerSlam. I'd take that. Again, Bo Dallas in NXT was phenomenal. So, question is, will Josh Alexander join or challenge Ethan Page? All right, so Slammiversary, is that the one tonight? The pay-per-view is going on tonight. They're also doing TV tapings tomorrow or Sunday. Is it tonight? This weekend is TNA's big pay-per-view, and they're also doing TV tapings the next day. So maybe we'll find out a little bit more on that. I would love to see Josh Alexander and Ethan Page do some kind of a big match. I don't know when or where they do it, though. What do you think? That'd be really cool. That would put some good shine on that. If you look at people's numbers just on social media with WWE and especially on YouTube numbers, um, they're huge, especially because they're so global. So what they get from being in like AEW or TNA, it is a small piece of what the WWE machine can deliver. So Josh Alexander gets on there. Look at the Jordan Grace numbers and the Rascals numbers. So they're pretty big. And of course, the Joe Hendry numbers. Those are huge. And now people are trying to like convince Tony Khan that he should go after Joe Hendry when his contract is up so he can snag him like WWE just did Stephanie Vaquer. I agree. I cannot stand Chris Jericho. I have stopped liking him years ago. I'm sure he's going to get a big match at All In. I'm sure he's going to. Whoever he wants, he's going to get. Ha! Is that Rick Boogs? Oh, man. F Hogan too, brother. I cannot. Last night was wild. Last night was something else, man. I just saw highlights, obviously. I got stuff going on. Unlike people who use OBS to show that they don't live in their mom's basement and drive imaginary cars to the venue, I have things going on in my life. So I caught a few highlights. The TNA relationship with WWE. I think WWE gets him. Man, these relationships, even the Forbidden Door stuff, are bargaining chips and resume builders for everyone. I mean, just look at Stephanie Vaquer. Like WWE snagged her. I think there's some issues going on that weren't mentioned and why she chose WWE, especially with the stuff that happened with her ex and then people that were there. But anyways, she had her first match last week at a house show in WWE. I hated Hogan before, and I hate him even more now. Sheiky baby. I'll just text in Eric, man. It seems like every 5 years that Real American song just went from being awesome and like Eye of the Tiger to whatever it is now. What are your thoughts on NWA signing some names to exclusive deals to the NWA? Do you see some names as game changers for the NWA, or do you think they'll be great elsewhere? That's a good question. They just signed Noob, help me out here. Who is that? That Hollywood Haley, or who is that? She wrestled in WoW as one of the mother truckers. She's really good, but she had like a lot of issues with her apparently. Again, you have to use MLW and NWA as resume builders. I don't think NWA signed anyone that is going to be super game changing. I think they had it with Aldis, and it's just the presentation needs to change and the advertising needs to change as well. That's one thing I critique all wrestling with is advertising to non-wrestling fans. You have to find a way to do it. You just got to find a way. NWA needs that. Better not send knocking here. He'll go. TNA's great. Oh, TNA WWE. He's wrestling with the belt on. And there it is. There's another squash match. The women's match will be a squash match. I'm sure we're halfway through the show. We have trivia, 1996. All right, the learning tree. God, he's just terrible. He's just unwatchable. Blood and Guts Dynamite. I think Eric and I might do a live watch along. So there you go, Noob. Carnage says NWA is a dead horse at this point. Freddie Prinze Jr. needs to buy it. Billy sucks. I think my biggest issue with Billy is one that I can't fault him on. Doing a whole lot still with Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, I would too if I was Billy, but man, you really got to be focused when you're running an organization. You really do. Hi, Tony Khan. What do you think about rumors of ROH turning in to the new Friday night show? Yay? Nay? No offense. Be better than this. I do love doing this with you guys, but it'd be better than this. The Outrunners. That was a funny joke about Boogs, but I mean, that's pretty much what this is. Is Boogs coming out now? That's what Rampage has kind of turned into in some of these aspects. Oh, Jericho's so cringeworthy. We're going to talk Wolverine Deadpool in just a second here because I got some thoughts on that. And I got to ask you guys a big question about what we're going to do on the channel here. All right, Suzuki. Coming up now. All right, they're going to stack up the Blood and Guts. And how long is Blood and Guts? Is that usually like an hour? Is that usually like half the show? I like his theme song. Sounds like an old hair metal song. I'm a big hair metal guy. Carnage doesn't care as long as I get to see Athena. Carnage, not gonna have been talking about this for over a year now. She is the only reason to watch Ring of Honor. They do great things on Ring of Honor. They have great people on Ring of Honor. Again, the presentation sucks. Filming Ring of Honor after filming all your other shows sucks. You can see the crowd leaving while you watch Ring of Honor. And the worst thing about Ring of Honor, it's behind a paywall. At least NWA is on the CW app. Guess who's here? Suzuki Jericho. Have to accept his fate and lose to the king of wrestling, Suzuki. I like he's getting his ass kicked this Wednesday, which I think maybe Eric and I would do Wednesday instead of Tuesday. All right, let's get to the next matchup then. Chris Statlander, man. Who's she going to face? Oh, the Butcher. This is going to be another. All right, we'll get back to this match because we're going to hear from DraftKings. Let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. I'm going to go see this Friday morning. Next Friday morning. That's when I have free time in IMAX right here at the Chinese. When are you going to see it? If you are going to see it, first off, let me know. Are you going to see it? Yes, no. Secondly, when are you going to see it? And third, I would like to maybe instead of doing a Rampage watch along, do a Deadpool Wolverine discussion where we just talk about the film for like 45 minutes or an hour and shoot the shit on that. Or I guess we could do it during Rampage too. But if you're not going to see it Friday night and you see it later in the weekend, I can save it, or we can do a stream another day of the week. Let me know your thoughts on that. I would like to talk to you guys about this. This is going to, in my opinion, set up everything that's not Disney Plus television with Marvel. So the Russo brothers might be coming back for the next two Avengers movies. It's madness at Marvel. Shibata Hook and Joe should be trios champs when Hook comes back and Joe is done filming Twisted Metal season 2. Oh, I wish Twisted Metal wasn't getting a season 2, but good for Joe and Mackie for getting to work. And Campbell. I love Neff Campbell. All right, but this is it though. This is the biggest movie of the summer, probably. We'll see. Inside Out 2 is Pixar's biggest movie now. It's over $1 billion. Let's talk about this really quick here. The trailers have shown stuff. The new trailers have shown stuff. I'm not going to reveal everything that the trailers showed, but I'm going to talk about one thing the trailers did. I guess so. Lady Deadpool. Lady Deadpool has been revealed in the new trailers, and people are wondering who is playing Lady Deadpool. Everyone's thinking, is it going to be Taylor Swift? Is it going to be Blake Lively? Is it going to be Ryan Reynolds himself? Popular choices. Obvious choices. Could it possibly be someone else playing Lady Deadpool? That's fake hair. It's very platinum blonde, and a lot of blondes aren't that platinum. But it could be throwbacks or other surprises. And just based on that hairstyle of Lady Deadpool, I'm going to go on a limb and say it also could be Madonna or Lady Gaga. Just a thought, just a speculation. Let me know what you think. Who do you think is Lady Deadpool? But seriously, let me know what your thoughts are on Deadpool and Wolverine and when you're going to watch it. It's Elton Prince Boy. I like it. Man, you have Suzuki on and you're just kicking Olive Garden commercials and everything else. Could have done this. Could have had 2 commercial breaks during the Jericho match. Are you excited for Deadpool? I am excited for Deadpool. I'm really looking forward to it. I think I got spoiled on some of these other Deadpools that are in the back. I'm moving my cursor around like you can see it. It's not Taylor Swift because she is said to be playing Dazzler. Is Dazzler too obvious of a choice, though? Wouldn't it be funny to see Taylor Swift drop an F-bomb? Also, that might not be Madonna. I guess that's it's not. The shape isn't like what Madonna might be kicking right now, but just a thought. Because if you think about it, Lady Deadpool could be Lady Gaga. Lady Deadpool could be Madonna, based on the hairstyle. It could be. Because Blake Lively, again, obvious. Taylor Swift, obvious. Ryan Reynolds himself playing it, obvious joke. But Like a Prayer is playing in the trailers. Who do you think is playing Lady Deadpool? We'll find out next week. Daddy Magic, Mike Daddy Magic. Butcher. Is the Blade still with AEW? I know the Bunny is not. NWA Wrestling. Noob, I'm going to check their roster and see if there's anyone on there, just so I can officially answer your question. If there's anyone on the roster I think is a game changer. Since they have people on their website now, they have a roster page. I cannot believe they went years without one. They're advertising Looks That Kill on the CW Saturday, December 14th in Alabama. Kenzie Page. Let's go through this together. All right. We'll do some trivia after this, but I want to see, is there anyone that you think can move the needle? Noob, you set up the question. Let's say fuck it and do it. All right. EC3, no. Kenzie Page, I'm not that familiar with. Again, if there's anyone on here that you think is going to move the needle, leave a comment and let us know. Maxine Paler, she's really cool. She's very fun to watch. Tom Latimer, he's fine, but I always forget he's there until like I see him on here. Blunt Force Trauma, not familiar with them. King Bees. Vacant. Vacant is an NWA. I didn't know they snagged him from WWE. All right. Anyone else on here that you think is really a game changer? Bulletproof Troop? One guy's a troop? MMA fighter. Okay. All right. Suzuki takes the victory right here. Dak Draper. All right. No one really going setting off my radar here for people that I have to see. Kelly Page, Kratos, Mecha Wolf, some cool face paint. Mims, Natalia, classic Ricky Morton. What the fuck? Rufo? What is that? Oh, I guess I'll have to check it out just so I can see. Smalls with a Z. Briscoe talking right now. Yabo, do they have their own juggalos? Are they juggalos? Trevor Murdoch's still there. Okay. G's? Must be a juggalo. There's Violent J. Okay. Aaron Stevens. Vampiro. The broadcast team. Noob, I gotta say, I don't think there's anyone on there that really like sets it off for me. Kyle O'Reilly with Briscoe right now. When was this? Yeah, Death Before Dishonor is coming up next week. Okay. Are you going to watch Ring of Honor's pay-per-view? Again, Ring of Honor is through a paywall, so I can't get hyped for it, and they don't talk about it during Dynamite. This is the first I've really heard of it, other than like when I find it on dirt sheets or other people's postings on it. I don't like that name of the conglomeration. I need to end every stream like that, just barking at the camera. All right, it is time for the women's matchup. The women's matchup. How long is it going to be? I really liked her old music. It's actually good gym music. Who is Chris Statlander fighting? I'm sure she's already in the ring. We're going to do trivia after the introduction here, and then we'll do a countdown as to see how long the match is. Right now it is 7:41 in Los Angeles. It is 78 degrees. Sydney, this is going to be a squash. All right, here we go. When the bell rings, we'll do the count. 7:41, closer to 7:42. Big hit. The guns are up from Chris. This is going to be a squash. Our second squash of the night. The Outlanders, our first victims. 1996 trivia coming up next. What kind of match you want to see Willow and Chris Statlander get into? It's got to be some kind of a big match. I know you can't do a blood and guts style match this Wednesday, so maybe save it for All In. I think you save it for All In. That crowd is going to eat that match up. Okay. Sydney Winnell. She's getting some hits in, so that's a positive. This is not her first time in AEW. Daddy Magic. I don't know about taking your time there, though. He sounds like a henchman in Dick Tracy. Here we go. This is it. This is it. 7:42. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was about a minute and a half. Minute and a half or less. That's the women's match. A minute and a half or less. Oh, I know you have to do this with Chris. You have to build her up. But this is your only match on Rampage. You could have done this on Dynamite or Collision and put one or two other women's matches on there. All right, after this, before the final match, we're going to do trivia. Okay, I thought he was going to sit on Chris's back. Do you remember when like Dino Bravo and back in WWF days used to do that? So cocky. One match left as a tag match, but right now we're going to get into trivia. As much as like Natalia Markova, I don't see her as a game changer in NWA. She's just there to share the limelight with Billy Corgan, and she's zero direction at all since coming to NWA. That's why you got to use it. You have to use it to make yourself look better for other companies to want you. And if she is in with Billy Corgan like that, she should get in his ear and make a good storyline or get a couple promos in there to build a tape for herself. Build a reel, as they say here in Hollywood, daddy. All right, let's do some trivia. Let's have some fun. All right. Trivia is just fun. There's nothing on the line. I don't even have the belt with me. It's somewhere in my apartment. I don't know where yet. I'll find it eventually. But as of now, it's just fun. Google, Jeeves, Bing the hell out of any question you want. Have some fun, play along. A lot of this is just kind of reminiscing and talking about some old movies, albums, and other stuff from 1996. So, Twisters is out in theaters today. The sequel, the not sequel to the movie Twister, which came out the summer of 1996. So these questions will have to do with the year of 1996. So if you need to Google anything, Google whatever, and just add 1996 to it. All right. Everybody ready? Let's get into question number 1. Let me get this out of here. Question number 1, which animated Disney movie came out the summer of 1996? Which one of these animated Disney movies came out in 1996? The year Twister came out, with the soundtrack that broke up Van Hagar, as we watch AEW Rampage together. Which animated Disney movie came out the summer of 1996? Noob says The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I've only seen one of these movies. Noob, you first in. You got it. The Hunchback came out. I never saw that movie. I do want to see it. All right, question number 2. Nice job, Noob. Which of these movies did worst in the summer of 1996? All these movies, 3 of them based on comics, came out in 1996. Which one did the worst? Which one made the least amount of money in 1996? All of these movies are bad to watch in their own right. I don't know if I could hate watch any of these because I can't hate any of these movies. I guess The Crow City of Angels, but that movie has a really good soundtrack. Cool White Zombie, or is it Rob Zombie? Song on there where he uses sound from the movie Halloween. A great Fleetwood Mac cover by Hole. Great soundtrack. Crow City of Angels, The Phantom, Billy Zane, Barbed Wire, Pamela Anderson Lee, and Kazam with Shaq. Noob says The Phantom made the least amount of money in 1996. The Lucha Brothers coming out now, and Noob Barbed Wire made the least amount of money out of those 4 movies. So Pamela Anderson's big break didn't do so well. Shaq's got some drawing power, man. That movie was up there. Who was on the July 1996 cover of WWF magazine? Again, all these questions revolve around 1996. Who's on the cover? Was it Vader? Was it the Ultimate Warrior? Was it Goldust? Was it Jake the Snake Roberts? Who was on the cover of the July edition of WWF magazine in 1996 as the Lucha Brothers make their way to the ring right now? Who do you have here as we watch AEW Rampage, as we gear up for SummerSlam in a couple weeks and Blood and Guts this Wednesday? Who was on the cover of WWF magazine? As we're on our main event, we have 12 minutes left together. All right. Oh my gosh, Private Party. They're getting an intro. That's good news. Again, the tag division not as strong as it once was because of the trios division's build. So to build a team up, this is what Rampage should be for. I like this. Private Party come out. They get an intro. They get a main event spot. I like this. It's against the Lucha Brothers. We know there's all those rumors about Penta going to WWE that came out a few weeks ago. But Tony Khan seems to be pushing him. Maybe he got in his ear and maybe Stain. Maybe it was all just smoke and mirrors. But again, let us know who was on the July 1996 cover of WWF magazine. I used to love getting those magazines. I love the merch section in those magazines. Those are my favorite parts. There you go. Mark Quinn. All right, who was on the cover? Again, when you got these magazines, they were dated. They were very dated. It's not like today where you can find out instantaneously what happens after SmackDown tonight for next week's SmackDown. It was the Ultimate Warrior's Ultimate Return. This was the July 1996 edition of WWF Magazine. That's how behind it was when you got your information, was because, print. It was print. So you're talking about WrestleMania in July in these magazines. This is where you're getting the pictures if you didn't get the Coliseum home video. So let me know if you have that issue. I have a few issues from around that time. All right, next question. Which album was number 1 this week back in 1996? Was it Fugees, The Score? Was it Metallica, Load? Was it Nas or was it Alanis? Which album was number 1 this week back in 1996 as Twisters comes out this weekend? Twister, the first one, came out in 1996 that summer. As Ray Fenix dodging Zay's moves. This is a fun match too. Like this is a very good Rampage match. But let us know which album was number 1 this week back in 1996. Fugees, Metallica, Nas, or Alanis. All great albums. Had all these albums. Love them. Still have them on compact disc. Private Party knows how to play the crowd too, which I like. I do believe that the Rampage announce team has a little bit more pep in their step than Dynamite did during that MJF Ospreay match. They took breaks almost. $1996. Which album was number 1 back in 96? We have 8 minutes left together. Any guesses? Nice crossbody from Zay. All right, the number 1 album this week back in 1996? None other than Nas. It was written. It was written. 1996. Great album. Find it. Listen to it. It's great. Find all 4 of those. All right. Which Jim Carrey movie came out summer of 1996? Was it The Mask? Was it The Cable Guy? Was it Dumb and Dumber? Or was it Ace Ventura? Pet Detective? Let me know in the comments which movie came out summer of 1996. All right, we're going picture in picture right now as we close the show here with our last commercial break. Let's have a few more trivia questions and anything else you want to talk about too. Leave a comment. And if you're not watching this live, I'll comment back all night, all weekend. And again, leave comments if you'd like to see a show on Tuesday night from Eric and I, or a watch along with Blood and Guts. And let me know when you are going to see Deadpool and Wolverine, and when you'd like to do a Deadpool Wolverine discussion stream. But which Jim Carrey movie came out summer of 1996? One of the biggest stars out of the 90s. Started on In Living Color. Was in Once Bitten. The Man with the Rubber Face. Great guy, too. If you ever get a chance to meet him. The movie that came out of his was The Cable Guy. Okay. I just want to point something out really quick here. The Cable Guy came out in 1996. All 3 other movies, classic Jim Carrey movies, right, came out in 1994. 3 huge, great movies of his in 1 year. How can you do that? 1994, Jim Carrey, on fire. All right, just a few questions left here, and then that is it. Which of these movies grossed the most summer of 1996? Which movie grossed the most? Was it The Frighteners? Was it The Craft? Was it Kingpin? Or was it A Time to Kill? Which of these movies grossed the most summer of 1996? As Private Party and the Lucha Brothers go head to head on Friday Night Rampage. Of course, Independence Day came out that summer as well. Man, that was so awesome. The cover of USA Today, the weekend that came out, was Independence Day. It was either the shot in the background there or it was the White House or something, but it was like one of the first times you saw a movie headlining the weekend edition of USA Today. And a sci-fi movie to boot. But which of these movies grossed the most the summer of 1996? The Frighteners, The Craft, Kingpin, A Time to Kill. Man, great 90s movies. All right, the movie that grossed the most in 1996 was A Time to Kill. Out of those 4, A Time to Kill grossed the most out of there. Big movie based on a novel. A lot of these novels were big movies in the 90s. The Client, stuff like The Hunt for Red October and that series. A lot of like really good novels. Double Jeopardy. That might have been 2000-ish. But yeah, man, novels were huge movies. Big money makers for studios back then before the superhero genre took over. All right. Who teamed with Marty Jannetty at SummerSlam 96? Presented by Stridex. If you're not familiar with Stridex, they wipe dirt off your face so you don't get zits. Anyways, who teamed with Marty Jannetty at SummerSlam 1996? The person who did is in this lineup, and the person who did is not who they were in this lineup. So they were under a different name. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it was Leif Cassidy, if you want to look that up. Leif Cassidy teamed with Marty Jannetty at SummerSlam 96. Which one of these 4 men was that person? I'm pretty sure every single one of these people were in SummerSlam 1996. But which one teamed with Marty Jannetty? Fit bodies everywhere. All right, Daddy Magic. There we go. More showboating going to the outside. So the High Flyers do the poses too, man. They have the character down with the poses. Great stuff. Love Private Party. All right. Who teamed with Marty Jannetty at SummerSlam 1996? Al Snow, Savio Vega, Gold Dust, or Jerry the King Lawler doing his best Molly Shannon right there. All right, I gave it away. Yes, I gave it away, Fat Laces. How you doing? Forget about it, Fat Laces. Al Snow going as Marty Jannetty for Halloween. Leif, I think it's the first one. Lief. It's supposed to be like it's a 70s singer who was like the opposite of David Cassidy, like Leif Cassidy or Leif Garrett. Anyways, I think the guy had a tragic ending. So next, and I think last question, or we got two more. I got two more questions. Which Eddie Murphy movie came out summer of 1996? Was it Metro, Boomerang, Beverly Hills Cop 3, or The Nutty Professor? Which Eddie Murphy movie came out in 1996? Of course, we're doing 1996. The summer Twister came out. If you saw the new Beverly Hills Cop movie, let me know your thoughts of it. If you saw XLF, I saw it here. I loved it. I liked it. So I beat the shit out of part 3. I hated part 3. The Nutty Professor, like it was yesterday. Fat Laces, Hercules, Hercules. There you go. It is. Let's get into the last one. Ooh, Hercules. All right. Independence Day, obviously, was the number 1 movie at the box office summer of 96. Which movie came in at number 2? Fat Laces. Still need to watch it. I highly recommend it. Again, part 1 is my favorite movie of all time. I just absolutely love that movie. This movie nails it. And I know people have complaints on like certain things of it. They're all older, so they make up for it in other ways. So just that's why they bring in new people. All right, which movie at the box office came in at number 2 in our trivia? July 19th, 2024. Twisters came out today or last night. Fat Lisa says Mission Impossible. Which movie came out summer of 96 and was the number 2 behind Independence Day? It was the reason for the season tonight. Twister came in at number 2, summer of 1996. That was the second biggest movie of the year. Excuse me, of the actually might be of the year too. These other ones all came in. Mission Impossible and The Rock were 3 and 4 in one capacity, and Eraser was down the line a little bit more. But with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Vanessa Williams, yeah, they came and they erased unless someone used a pen. Then they could not erase. There was no eraser for the pen, so they couldn't do it. That is it. The Lucha Brothers pick up the win against Private Party, who I thought would pick up the win. All right. That's the main event. Lucha Brothers pick it up. Hologram debuts tomorrow. Tony Khan's made up luchador. I'm excited to see highlights. Twister would have been good in theaters. I think they put it back in theaters in certain cities. If you can check it out, that'd be really cool. It's back on Max, but I have my physical media of it, so I will be watching it. All right, that's Rampage as the Lucha Brothers pick up that win. Fat Laces, are you going to see Deadpool and Wolverine? If so, when are you going to go see it? I'm going to go see it Friday, and I'm looking to do a live stream discussion on the movie because it is going to set up all the other things Marvel Cinematic, not Disney Plus, not animation. X-Men 97 got nominated for an Emmy. Let me know, Fat Laces. Also, if you got any thoughts, who do you think Lady Deadpool is? Any theories on who that is? What movie's playing right now? The Accountant. They always play this fucking movie. The Accountant or a DC movie or The Meg. Yes, it is. And I think that's why I think they're putting it out Wednesday nights. You can go see Wednesday night, Thursday, and then I do believe Friday is the first night of the Olympics. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Rampage that night. I'm going to be doing some comedy here in LA over the weekends now for the rest of the summer, but I might be doing Rampage pretty frequently this summer, just to hang out, just to talk, just to shoot the shit. But that's it. That's Rampage. That's our watch along. What do you think of the show? What are you doing this weekend? You having fun? You cooking out? You watching any movies? You watching Twisters? You watching The Accountant on TNT? I don't know what I'm going to do. All I know is I'm going to try to get some sun this weekend, trying to enjoy myself and relax. Fat Laces is working. I hope it goes by quick for you. Hope you can do some fun stuff afterwards. Man, I know what I'm doing after that. I had a long week. I'm ready to kick back. Ready to pop a top. Ready to find something online. If you have anything, hold on. Get myself in trouble for absolutely no fucking reason. I'm looking to find something streaming wise that I can watch. Batfleck, TNT loves Batfleck. Oh, the DC universe. It's so fun. That's it. If you got any recommendations and stuff for me to watch, leave them in the comments. If you got anything that you want us to check out that you saw online that you're checking out this summer, TV shows, The Bears out. You got Twisters out this weekend, which I mentioned 50 fucking times. Do drinking game to that. Yeah, that's it. My name is Zach. This is the West Coast Podcast. Catch us next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we're going to stream Blood and Guts. So even if you're not watching live, if you're working, you get off work, pop on our stream and watch it with Blood and Guts. Leave comments. And have yourself a good summer. That was Rampage. I had a good time tonight. I like doing this. I like saying hi to everybody. So other than that, yeah. Thanks for checking us out. Hit a like. Keep commenting. Keep checking it out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really do hope you're having a good summer, and I really do appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. And any night you do hang out with any of us on the channel. So that's it. Zach, West Coast Pop. Take care of yourself and be excellent to each other. Later.